Hello, my name is Tony Price. I'm in the ninth grade at Apopka High School and a member of 8 Cents in a Jar. I chose to pitch electronic arts because I enjoy sports gaming and I believe that EA is a solid company. They are in the interactive entertainment industry and they make popular games like Madden, FC, and The Sims. My recommendation is to buy the stock with a long-term hold. EA is headquartered in Redwood City, California. Their current stock price is around $144 as of March 31st, and my target price for EA is $165. EA creates video games, software content, and online services in many different genres, including sports, action and adventure, simulation, and role-playing games for all ages. EA is well known for their popular sports games like FC, Madden, NFL, and NHL, and they are heavily invested in AI, which I will get into later. EA is the sixth largest video game company by revenue. In 2024, they had 13,700 workers, and they made a total revenue of $7.4 billion. Over the last decade, they had an annual growth rate of 7.6%. Their main shareholders are BlackRock, Vanguard, and the Public Investment Fund. I recommend EA as a buy due to their strong portfolio of games, potential growth opportunities, and investment in AI. They dominate in the sports gaming field as they have acquired licensing agreements with multiple professional franchises. These franchises are popular and well loved by fans, so they will be around for a long time, generating income every year. Because of the evolution of the gaming industry, EA has expanded into mobile gaming, adding more sources of revenue. EA is heavily invested in AI. They use it to control NPCs, test games, and reduce bugs. This sounds good, but there are pros and cons. AI can test games very fast, which can lead to game tester jobs being taken. But on the flip side, this opens up jobs for AI software engineers and program engineers. The video game market grew at a CAGR of about 10% from 2020 to 2024 and is forecasted to grow at a CAGR of 12.6% from 2024 to 2031. The mobile gaming market is also growing. In 2023, it was valued at $112 billion, and by 2032, it is forecasted to be at $400 billion with a CAGR of 15%. EA's major competitors consist of Activision Blizzard, Take-Two Interactive, and Ubisoft. EA has a narrow moat which can be good and bad because for one, they do not have a permanent revenue source since they don't have permanent sports licensing, but on the other hand, this leaves growing room for programs like EA Play, mobile games, and live services. EA gets its revenue in two main ways. The first way is through live service purchases, which means that developers constantly update the game after its release, so players can get additional items or bonuses for an extra cost. EA Play is a form of live service model and a subscription. In 2024, EA had 13 million users and made $5.55 out of the $7.6 billion. The other main way that EA makes its profit is by the initial game sale. EA releases their games annually, which brings steady profit and creates a predictable arrival of the game for loyal fans to buy the newest version of the game or even pre-order it. EA's operating margin is about 28%. A good margin can range from 10 to 20%. Their net profit margin is 17%, which is in the good to healthy range. The free cash flow per share in 2024 was $7.78, which crushed the competition and even outperformed Nintendo by 206%. The return on equity was 17%, and this all shows that EA is highly profitable. They have steady cash flow and strong margins to be profitable. EA gets most of their revenue growth from their main franchises, Madden NFL and FC. The company has a slow and steady form of growth, and they have had a revenue of about 8% for the last decade. Live service accounted for about 3/4 of the total revenue in 2024. My target price for EA is $165 per share, which is a 12% increase from the current share price. I calculated the target price by using the price to earnings ratio method, which multiplies the price to earnings by the price to sales. Some investment risks to consider before buying shares of the company is that they own several flagship franchises like Madden and FC. and if one of these franchises underperform, it can have a negative impact on the whole company. Also, the video game market is very competitive. Underperformance in one game can make customers switch over to another company, therefore making EA miss out on revenue or sales. Switching over to the management and governance side of the company, since 2013, the CEO has been Andrew Wilson, who used to be an executive producer and a vice president. A quick summary of Electronic Arts' board of directors is that it has 11 members, and 2 of them are women, and all of them are company executives. About 88% of the total shares are held by institutional investors like Vanguard, BlackRock, and PIF. Now looking at the ESG considerations, according to CSR Hub, EA has an ESG score of 70, which is a strong score. In the environmental category, Electronic Arts is trying to reduce their environmental impact by switching to digital downloads instead of physical game cards. Also, they are aiming to be carbon neutral by 2027. They have green building certifications like LEED and BREEAM. EA donates a total of $1 million a year to 5 different charities through their Play to Give campaign. Electronic Arts Board of Directors sees over direction, risk management, and corporate policies. EA also has a code of conduct that applies to everyone under the company with zero tolerance of unethical behavior. In conclusion, I think that EA Sports is a good buy because of their consistent growth over time, strong financials, strong brand recognition, growing opportunities, and usage of AI. Thank you.